We are in Birmingham, Alabama, because basketball season is getting so close. This is the American Tipoff 2025-26 basketball right around the corner. Let's talk about the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. They were picked to finish 8th in this year's preseason coaches poll under head coach Eric Conkle. The Golden Hurricane returned 3 players to their roster this season, including starter Ian Schmeichel, who was named to the American Conference All-Freshman team a season ago. Right now on set, we have head coach Eric Conkle, David Green, and Miles Barnstable joining us now. Guys, welcome to Birmingham.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
Now, Coach, you do have some returners, but you hit the portal hard in the offseason. So when you were looking at the options that you had, what are some of the things you were looking for to fill out your roster?
Well, a number of things. You mentioned Ian Schmeichel in the front court. That was a piece that we were excited about developing and coming back, but we were looking for positional size, scoring, and experience, and these two guys brought that experience not just in production, but experience in winning. And just as we look across the roster, we feel like we've got good depth in all those areas.
David, so you played for Coach Conkle already before, right? You just couldn't stay away from him that long, right? I understand. I know how it is. I get it. But when you had a great season individually at Rhode Island last season, and then you have an opportunity to essentially come back and play for Coach Conkle. Can you take us through that portal recruiting process a little bit?
It was. This one was after this past season, but I realized that, with Coach Conkle and the help of Coach King too, also they contacted me after the season was over and, pushed for me to get an extra year and to, pursue that, and that's what we did, and we ended up getting it. So it was like a good idea to just go with what I know.
And Miles, you started D3, right? I don't think a lot of fans, Tulsa fans, really understand like it. D3 to D1, it's a big jump, and you made it swimmingly, really, really well. And then you have an opportunity to continue to grow your game. I mean, what are some of those conversations you had with Coach Conkle in identifying, why Tulsa was the place for you?
He just kind of broke down the reasons that he was kind of recruiting me and what they look for and what they were looking for in me as well. And he just kind of was able to just easily break things down for me, show me the kind of community they have, the culture they have within the team and what they're really looking for.
Now, Coach, you mentioned a lot of that experience when you were looking in the portal. How important does that become when you are bringing in maybe some younger guys as well, just to balance out and teach those guys what college basketball is, especially in 2025?
I think we have a good balance in those areas that you spoke on, from players with experience, like the two to my left, others that have come in that have been a part of winning teams, NCAA tournament teams, conference championship teams, but we still have some young players in our program. We still went out and signed 3 freshmen. We still have sophomores on the roster. We still have some guys that are clearly learning what college basketball is all about. We still want to be a program of development, not just in a 1 year, but a second and third year. And it's not just the coaches, it's the players in the locker room that help in that regard also.
You mentioned some of the freshmen. I did get a chance to see Jalen the Wall play a little bit during the summer, and that kid can absolutely hoop. What did you see from him on that summer circuit? He played for Team Trey Young and some pretty talented guys as well.
Well, in our freshmen, and Jalen really embodies this, is we were looking for guys that were physically developed, physically ready to play in college. Jalen in particular is over 200 pounds. He's 6'2" or 3", a guy that can compete in the physicality, especially in the American. This is a really physical league. And so we looked at our entire roster as a way that could we get bigger? Could we do it with freshmen as well? Could we have guys that could compete at a young age? And Jalen's been off to a good start this summer.
Who are some guys that you maybe noted in the summer that have surprised you or impressed you? Maybe you thought they were going to be good, but maybe just not quite as good as they're showing?
There's a number of guys. It'd be hard to pick just one. I mean, I think as you look at these two guys right here, of course, Coach David, when he was a redshirt freshman with us at Louisiana Tech, he's improved greatly over those last few years. Miles is someone that we have followed and watched and has done some really special things. But, I can go through a number of different guys from, Miles Rigsby and Ramad Dean and Ade Popola. Just, Tyler Barron that came back last year, he spent 5 years in the United States Navy, was 200 pounds when he came to us. He's gotten up to 240. So there's a number of guys that have really pressed to improve, and we're excited about everybody.
Okay, David, you got to put your coaching hat on a little bit. Like I'm putting you on the spot. I know your coach is just a couple feet to the right. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. It's going to be a tough question. Not that tough, but so
He's really hyping this up right
I mean,
now, so
I
I
know,
hope you
just
have a good
building up,
answer,
building
like
up.
just building the
It's hard.
anticipation.
It's really hard for the general fan base to understand that constant turnover of a program, right? You bring a bunch of new faces in. They saw a style of play last season. Is that going to be the same? Is it not going to be the same? So this is a lot of times these media days are also team preview days. Give us a feel for how Tulsa is going to play with this roster and all these new guys in terms of system.
A lot of new things.
Ready to transition to, where's it blue? I don't hear his mic. Ready to transition to blue?
Primarily ball handlers. Getting everybody
Transition
involved.
to blue.
Gravity.
Go blue. Put a highlight.
I don't know, Coach. You brought up gravity right away. I mean, you got them lockstep, ready to go, man. That was great. That was a good answer.
Well, these guys bring a lot of gravity with the way they shoot it. We're excited about that. But that's something that we've talked about a lot is to try to play with depth, try to play with balance, try to have a number of different guys that could score it in different ways. We're excited about the group and love that he brought the term gravity out because it's something we talk about a lot.
And systems are so different than just 6 years ago. And how you coach guys are bringing in all new faces of where you always, I think the general fan base is starting to get an understanding of it can become more about concepts than plays, and this is how we're going to play and we're recruited a certain way. I mean, can you expand upon getting that group in during the summer and coaching through concepts versus we got these 50 plays and we're going to run these 50 plays?
Well, I think when you have a team that maybe have been together 2, 3, and 4 years, you can build on what you did last year, and there's easy recall with the number of players. But also, if you look at it, even with the turnover, scoring is way up. We did a study as a staff that the 100th team in offensive efficiency last year would have been 26th in the country 4 years ago. Scoring is way up. And I think that's because players have become more and more skilled, more and more players are staying in college, and I think things continue to evolve, and we're trying to do that as well. We want to play with great balance, we want to play with great pace, but we're absolutely spending more time on concepts and guys being able to read off one another.
Miles, I'm going to put you on the spot because we only have about 30 seconds left. Give me one word to describe Tulsa basketball in this upcoming season.
Sure. Grit.
Grit.
100%.
All right, you heard it here. Grit, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane men's basketball team. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here on set.
Thank you.